Last week we talked about the DSY bouncing up from this area, and I said to you guys that I'm looking forward to US dollar strength last week, and then we saw it playing out in our radar, and because we see a bounce on the DSY at this level that got rejected at the 50% Fibonacci retracement of this high right there, and then it came back here, and then we now saw the bounce back at the 1 hour time frame. So if we zoom it, if we zoom this price, you'll see that price didn't create any low here, and then we saw it bouncing at this particular area. And another thing you should notice is that the trend line also serves as the support level where the price bounce up from at this particular level. This is the outer trend line and then the inner trend line. If you really study trend line strategy, there is an inner and there is an outer. So these are outer trend line. And then assuming if this DSY had to do a pullback, then I think we should be expecting the pullback on the outer trend line before we actually see a bounce to the upside. Because going forward to this week, what I'm still looking at on DSY is to the upside, which means that I'm still bullish on the DSY strength. I'm still bullish on DSY. So let's see how it goes. And then we see some series of fundamental last week, especially on Friday when we see the Canadian dollar job data coming out better than expected, and the GDP report out of the pounds coming out better than expected. We saw that playing out too last week. And this week there are some economic activities this week, and the most important one is the CPI from the United States. That is the consumer price index and the producer price index. These are the most crucial indicator that the Fed are looking at for now, so that they may actually go for their rate cut earlier, or probably if they want to go for a rate hike. So they are monitoring the inflation, and then they have a target which is 2% target. So it depends on what the data give them. That is what they will know, maybe okay, it's time for rate cut, or they should hold. And then previously they said they have to go for 3 rate cuts in 2024, and then I think it's still valid, and they are still saying it. Probably they will start at the second quarter of 2024 or in the third quarter. But in my own opinion, I think rate cuts might be in November because of all this data I'm seeing around and they're flying around. And then according to Fed, the last time they held the FOMC. So but let's see how it goes. But me, I'm still bullish on DSY. I still believe that the DSY still have a lot of room to buy and then break this particular high right here, as you can see. So I'm still bullish on it. Still see this high taken out, and the price will go back to 107.223. Hi guys, this is Ambafx. My name is Ambafx, and then this is the weekly Forex forecast. We are bringing you the latest insights in the world of Forex market, from the technical to the fundamentals. Do well to like, subscribe, and share, and don't forget to turn on the notification in case I drop a new video, so that you can be notified. A big thank you to everybody that has been supporting this channel so far. So before we go to the individual currency, you need to check the economic activities of next week, and now we can position ourselves for the opportunity So Monday is a quiet day, and then 13th of May, that is when we have the S&D inflation expectation. Later that day we have the Bank of the Switzerland governor, that is a chairman speech later on Monday. Apart from Monday, let's go from Monday. On Tuesday, we have the CPI report from the US dollar, and this is very, very important, and this will bring a lot of volatilities to the market because a lot of investors are looking forward to what they will drop in the next inflation report. So this data will bring a lot of volatilities to the market. And then what they are saying is that the previous one of the core CPI is 2%, and then the forecast is also 0.2%. Sorry, is 0.2%, and then the core PPI is 0.2%. Pardon me, the one that will be dropped on Tuesday is PPI. That is the producer price index. Wednesday is the CPI. So, and then after that producer price index dropped, we'll have Powell speech later that day. That is at 3 p.m. Nigerian time. So, you know, there will be a lot of volatilities. And take note of the speech of Federal Reserve Chairman, that is Fed Powell. On Wednesday, we have the wage price index from the Australian dollar, which they predict 1%, and then the previous is 0.9. So let's see how it goes. And then Wednesday 2, that is when we have the core CPI, and then the retail sales. Core CPI and the retail sales are significant indicators which they use in measuring inflation. That is retail sales and then the consumer price index. And then we have the consumer price index month over month, which is predicted to remain as previous. And then we have the consumer price index year over year, which is predicted to slow down in May 2024. And then later we have, on the same time, we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index, and then we have the retail sales from the US dollar. Retail sales is predicted to slow down in May. So let's see what this report will bring, and you don't want to be at the wrong side of this move. Wednesday for the PPI, and then Wednesday for the CPI. You know, it's other way around before. You normally drop the CPI before the PPI, but now we are going to have the producer price index before the consumer price index. On Thursday, we have the unemployment change from the Australian dollar and unemployment rate from the same Australian dollar. Thursday too, we have the unemployment claims out of the United States. So let's see how it goes. And then Friday, quiet day, but we just have one of the FOM members speech there, and the China retail sales year over year. So Tuesday, Wednesday, based off of volatility in the Forex market, even in the crypto market, because BTC2 we also have a share out of the volatilities. So that's it for the economic activities of next week. So let's go to the individual currency and see how we position ourselves for next week opportunity. Said before that I'm still looking, and I'm still supporting the DSY strength that we might still take out this high to the upside, and then we'll see the SY coming back to 107223. And then the first pair on my radar is gold. So gold, what am I looking out for on gold? I'm looking for a retracement on gold, for gold to retrace. And then there's a news that China are buying gold. They are investing heavily in gold, and then one of them said any retracement in gold is an opportunity to buy more. So which means that we might see a drastic move to the upside in gold in next week. So let's see how it goes. But for me, I'm on the opinion that price might actually retrace, and then we'll see a move back to the upside from this level. So I'm looking for a retracement at this price level back to here, and then a rejection back to the upside. So I'm going long on gold next week, but I'll not be going long if the price didn't come back to my area of probably area of value. So let's see how it goes. So I'm looking for price to come back here and they show me a rejection sign to actually go on a long position on gold, and then my target is at 2416. That's it on gold. That is what I looking for next week. And then TBP US dollar, I've still not ruled out the possibility of a downside, because if you see what price is doing here, you see that he's warming up for the downside. And one of the reasons why I said that is because if you see what price is doing here, what price is doing is a series of this is high and this is low, this is high. Okay, let's go back here. High, low, the lower high, and the reason why it's lower high because this low did not break above this low, so it rejects at this area and it forms a new lower low here. And then we didn't get to see a lower high that much, and then we saw a low at this particular area. So price creates a new lower high, then come back here to create a new lower low. So then from here it creates a new lower high. I'm on the opinion that price might actually create a new low that will break this particular low. So let's see how that's the big picture anyway. So let's now go back to what we can see in the smaller picture. From here, I'm on the opinion that we might see a move to the downside in the pounds USD back to this particular area, back to 1.24465. Last week I predict that we are going to see a sell from here, and then the sell is massive back to this particular, well, this is my take profit area last week, and then the price hit my take profit target before it actually retraced. So this retracement might be an opportunity to look for more move to the downside, and then this is my safe zone right here. So probably on Monday I will see how price reacts to this particular area on Monday. So you should watch how price reacts to this particular area, and then if price rejects at this area next week, it should be an opportunity for you to look for a move to the downside. Monday we might have something like this that will actually go to that particular way. So let me see. So we might see something like this that will break this high, and then you see a rejection from 1.25446. So any rejection from here is an opportunity for you to look for a bearish reversal back to 1.24469. So I will not be selling GBP/USD if price break above 1.25731. This is where I won't be selling, but anything below this price I'll be willing to sell the GBP/USD. But my saver zone is here. If price break out this area, then there is no trade for me. So this area is no trade zone for me. You understand? Is no trade zone. So no trade around this particular area right here. Okay, sorry, the mouse is doing anyhow. Around this area, no trade zone. This area is a no trade zone for me. But anything below 1.25446, I will be looking to short GBP/USD back to 1.24465. And if this level break, then we are coming back to this area, and if that break, then we are coming to break this low to form for price to make a new lower low right here. So that is that on good. And then the next pair I want to check is the pounds US dollar. So pounds US dollar to my bias is still to the downside. So if you check this trend line very well, you see that price obey every touch of that particular trend line, and then this one might not be an exception. So probably this is one of the best entry for me on Monday. So I'll check how price reacts to this particular level on Monday, and then I'll pick my sell position from there, and then this is where my take profit is right here. So I'm on short bias on Euro USD, meaning that I'm on sell bias on Euro USD going into the next week. And then on AUD USD too, I'm on sell bias on AUD USD too, because if you see how price react to this level, you will see that price reject this level to the downside. As you can see, price reject this level, and then this didn't break above this particular area, which make it create what we call a double top, and then we should anticipate price move to the downside back to 0.65665, and then this particular area, which is a support level in my own opinion, right here. And then as you can see what price is doing at that particular level. So let's put it very well so that it will touch where it's supposed to. And then as you can see, looking for a sell opportunity from this area where the first TP might be taken here, and then second TP might be taken at 0.65400. And the next one is SND USD. SND USD too is like Euro US dollar. So I'm of the opinion that we should look for a sell opportunity on SND USD, and your stop loss should be above this particular high right here. You see this high, your stop loss should be above it in case there is a retracement. So your stop loss should be above this high. So if your stop loss is above this high, is something like 30 something, let me see, almost 40 something pips right there, stop loss, and then your TP should be around this particular area. So your first TP might be here, or where you just break even at 0.59838, but my bias is to the downside on SND USD. If you look at the overall picture here, if you can see what is going on at that particular area, and this is 1 hour time frame right there, and then it has created what we call a double top around this particular area. So even though this high didn't come close to this, and then there is even a rejection at this particular area, which might drag the price back to 0.59838, and then if that support level broken, then you should see price going back to 0.57212. And another one, the next one on my list is US dollar Canadian dollar. And if you see US dollar Canadian dollar in the daily time frame, you see a lot of rejection around this area. As you can see, there's a rejection here, there's a rejection here, there's also a rejection here, which means that we might see price going back to 1.3612, and if this level break, you should see price going back to 1.38379. So I'm looking on bullish bias on a US dollar card going into the next week, but we might see a retest of this particular level before we see a move to the upside, which might actually break this high, and then we'll see price moving to 1.38379. So check how price react to this support level on Monday before you actually want to jump in around that particular area. And then I think the next one we should look at is Euro JPY. One thing I wanted to notice is that I think sellers are coming close, very, very close to Euro JPY, because if you even most of the JPY pair, if you see the momentum of buyers, the momentum of buyer are not that encouraging. As you can see, they are just fighting their way up, fighting, and then if sellers want to come in, they might drag the price down with a high momentum candlestick, which will break this, and then we see a price going to the downside. So what I'm actually looking at is a sell bias at this particular area, back to the downside, back to this particular area, which is a take profit target. So we might actually see more of a ranging on the Euro JPY around this particular area, because even the JPY, the Japanese yen, don't have a clear direction now, but it is very, very weak, and that's the truth. But seeing this, you see that the buyers are not even they not even have momentum to the upside, you understand? So you're having a lack of momentum to the upside, which means that sellers might actually come back in, and then we'll see them dragging the price to the downside. And then on the GBP, as in this is what I'm still looking at this moment, that price has really break this particular area to the downside, but don't underestimate this particular area as a support level right here. So on the PSND is on my watch list. This area is a no trade zone for me. This particular area is in, unless price break through this area or you see a break through this area, which might prompt me to look for a bearish bias on this particular pair. And the next one is Euro AUD. Euro Australian dollar, in my own opinion, is to the downside. And then one of the reasons I said that is that I'm still looking for price to actually break this to the downside. If there's a break to the downside at this price level, then I'll be looking for a move back to 1.6220. And then this is my safe zone right here. If I'm shorting, I might short from here, and then my stop loss will be above this particular high, which is this price level. And you know, my take profit will actually be at this particular area, which is a 1.2, which is 1. That is 1:2.48 here, 1:2.48. So let's see how price reacts to all this particular area, because the whole direction is to the the downside. That is what I can see on the Euro Australian dollar. So the last pair I want to check is the Australian dollar JPY, and then with the Euro JPY, I can see a sense of buyers losing their momentum on this pair, on the JPY pair, because as you can see, they are losing momentum as price, and then we might actually see this breaking to the downside. And then if you see how this 4 hour close, it closed as a reversal candle. And then, you know, here what I will just look for here is just to wait for one bearish candle to 1 4 hour bearish candle to just close below this area for me to actually go for sell, and then, you know, put my stop loss above this particular candle of the 4 hour time frame. So let's see how price react to all of those levels. So guys, this is the weekly forex forecast, and these are the pair on my watch list for this week. And don't forget, the premium signal service will be open very, very soon, where I will drop a 80 to 90% accurate signal every week. And then, you know, the subscription per month has not changed. It's $30 every month, and if you want to pay for 3 months, is $60. So let's see how we'll go about it. But when I open it, I will let you know. And don't forget to join our Telegram community. The link is in the description box, the Telegram channel and the Telegram group, and then go and see the signal we drop. They are very, very accurate, and then you see we eating take profit most of the time. And then if you want to use our forex robot, it has did a whopping of let's check, of 261% from August 2023. And then you should see this is the analytics. So this is August 2023, and then it is very, very consistent, doing 16, 19%, 11, you understand, doing 10, 12, 9, 16, you understand. So it is very, very consistent, and the volatility of each month depends on the percentage each will do. So if you want to connect to the GBP US dollar bot, so you can message me on Telegram on the TG, and then or there is a link to my Twitter handle in the description box. I don't know, maybe I've actually put that or remove it, but you can tell. And if you can't find it there, just DM me on Telegram, and there's a link to our verified broker that you use if you want to connect the bot. No problem of deposit, and then no issue of withdrawal. Everything is smooth. So you need to just click on the link and then register the verified broker and use it to trade. So guys, don't forget to risk properly, use your risk management, and then set stop loss to every trade you took. Don't remove stop loss, and then don't be greedy, don't be overconfident, because in trading, overconfidence will cost you a lot, and then probably if you fear too much too, it will cost you a lot. So have a good trading week, and don't forget to trade safely.